Hello everybody, welcome back to Horror Trans. I'm Stephanie Bree. I'm a transgender woman who talks about all things horror. Today we're talking about Halloween 5. I apologize for my appearance. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. I just spent 3 days watching every single Halloween movie and I'm tired and I got a whole bunch of Halloween in my head. So I just want to get through these videos and get to bed. So we're up to Halloween 5. So Halloween 5 is the revenge of Michael Myers. So 4 was the return of Michael Myers. And this movie suffers from slasheritis, where it spends the first part of the movie killing off the characters you cared about from the previous movie and establishing new lore that didn't exist in the previous movies, but here we are. So the new lore in this movie is Michael and Laurie's daughter, Jamie? I think it was Jamie. I just sat and watched 13 of these fucking things in 3 days, so I'm fuzzy on the details, but I think her name was Jamie. Anyways, her and Michael have this weird, all of a sudden, this weird psychic connection, and this mysterious man in black who just shows up out of nowhere with a tattoo on his arm, and Michael has a tattoo on his arm now. They don't explain it. They don't give us anything. They're just literally like, here we go. And this one is your more typical slasher movie, so it's got your typical slasher tropes, which is good. It's got the little girl running from Michael, and she actually confronts him. She gets into a coffin, and he's got the knife in his hand, and he's about to stab her, and she grabs his hand and says, "Uncle." And he stops for a minute, and he looks at her, and they share a moment. And, like, tears in her eyes, she's like, "Why are you chasing me?" And then he snaps out of it, and then he continues chasing her because he's like, pure evil and has to kill her for whatever reason. And there's a scene where she goes down a laundry chute, and that's messy. And she goes down the chute, and then he goes down to the bottom of the chute to get her, and then she climbs up the chute. It's just a fucking mess. We get some really good kills in this movie, but I'm not going to sit here and spoil it by describing the kills, but we get some good kills in this movie, finally. We're starting to get good kills. We're starting to get like a prototype, your typical slasher movie. Your typical slasher movie. It's late. I'm having trouble with my words. But anyways, this one is not as good as part 4. Better than 3, but they're pretty much all better than 3. It is better than. It is better. It's not as good as 4, but 4 is the best out of my personal favorite. And if I were to rank it, I would say it's not as good as 2, but it's better than 1. I don't really like 1 that much. I've already talked about that. That being said, this one is unnecessary. It adds nothing. It's confusing. It adds nothing to the franchise. The kills are okay, but it's like, seen it, been there, done that. Nothing original, nothing fresh, nothing new, nothing I haven't seen before. So this one's just a rent. You don't need to own this one. This one is not, like I said, it's not as good as 4. It's not as good as 2. It's not historically iconic like 1, so there's no reason to own this one. So that's my review. I got more to come. Stay cool.